Diehards, what's good, man? It's your boy Eru. Afternoon podcast, man. It's probably gonna be one of my last few with him, man. I might have maybe 2 more weeks before all this early morning stuff will be out of here, and I'll be going back to my normal schedule. So tune in for that. It also happens to be close to the Knicks season, man. Tomorrow, it's for me. Tomorrow is Christmas morning, man. If you want to talk about New Year's, people talk about New Year's that say like the season opener is New Year's for Knicks fans, right? But if you do the math, like 2 weeks before Christmas, I mean before New Year's is Christmas. So preseason is literally Christmas for Knicks fans because we get to open up our presents. We get our new point guard, we get our new front lineup. We just want to see what new gifts these guys have, what new attachments, DLCs that RJ Barrett has, new jump shot. I still don't like the way that he stands, Mitchell Robinson, new things that he's doing too, but I still don't like the fact that he was working on certain things in the offseason. We done talked about that for 2 months, 3 months now. Now it's really time to get our stuff, tightened up, get really excited about this next season because this is what it's all about. If you are still negative, man, kill. I mean, I don't promote violence, man, but if you are still negative, talking about negativity with this team and with your fellow fans and the fan base, if you're still negative, what is the problem with you? What is your problem, man? This is Christmas, man. So right now, this is like Christmas Eve. So I feel like tonight, I think I have never put this jersey on. I'm thinking I might put it on tonight. I might put that on with no underwear, no underclothes, and just sleep with it, or maybe like grab my basketball, dust it all because I haven't played ball forever. Let's put that in the bed with me, dress the kids in orange and blue. I think it might just be like a whole Christmas Eve thing tonight. And maybe watch some old Knicks stuff to get the kids into it, maybe get my wife into it as well. And then tomorrow, man, it's all about opening up the presents and stuff. We're not gonna do it early in the morning. There's gonna be a lot of pregame stuff from all different channels and whatever. But it goes down at 7 p.m. I don't care if it's preseason. I don't care if in your heart is saying that it doesn't matter. It's not a big deal. No, man, everything matters. Everything matters. It might not matter for the record or for anything seeding or anything like that, but it matters for the spirit of Knick fans and this, that, and the other, man. Just all basketball fans in general. I've been taking a peek at some of those games that's going on overseas. It's very nice to see the game going on. So like just the quickness of it, you figure out how fast an NBA game is. Even if a lot of these guys won't even make the playoffs or whatever you want to say about those teams that are playing over there. Just the speed of the game, the NBA game. It's like it's like getting a fresh new sneaker, man. You just want to put it on. You just want to smell it. You don't want to dent it. You don't want to crease it, man. You just want to enjoy it for what it is, man. So that's what I'm excited about. So, I'll just say what's up to you guys here. I hope you guys are excited the way I'm excited. Because listen, man, damn it, you clicked the Diehard Knicks podcast, so you gotta be a diehard fan. There's no reason for you to be looking at me if you're not a diehard Knicks fan, man. So yeah, man. So this is Christmas for us. Let me say what's up to everybody. Geraldine, what's good, Geraldine? As always, we got JJ is here. Pumped, man. Let's go. The preseason starts tomorrow. I'm telling you, this is Christmas Eve for Knicks fans, at least for me. I love the Knicks, man. Shout out to Marvin. What's good, Marvin? Good morning, my brother. Yeah, it's good to see you. It's time to go. I know you're a Chicago Bulls fan. Marvin is a Chicago Bulls fan, but I believe you're from New York, right? Yeah, at one point in your life, you lived in New York, but or maybe not. But I know you had the respect for our fan base, the way that we have respect for you guys when it comes down to it. Because the Jordan era is over. So if people hate Chicago because of Jordan, that was like 30, almost damn near like it was like 30 years ago. Man, let's live for today. So much things have happened in the past. Oh, people still talking about the last 20 years, man. If you're still talking about the last 20 years, then you missed the last five. The last five has been great ever since KP up until right now. The build the block of time. There's basically only 5 years. Basically RJ's whole career. Look at what has happened since KP to now. It's so much to look forward to, man. Please let go of the negativity and just let's really enjoy what's happening here because you're missing the whole ride, man. Who's ready for Randall and Fournier to get you see, JJ? As I'm talking, I clicked your comment and I didn't read it, but I had it up on the screen as I'm talking, and this just so happens. And look, you're talking about Randall and Fournier playing 35 minutes. I don't think that's going to be the case. I think Tom Thibodeau, I think he's going to make an exception with this group because you cannot play five guys 35 minutes. You can't play five guys 35 minutes with the roster that we have. We got too much talent on the roster, too many guys that are ready, too many guys that are mature, and like I said, ready for their next role for them to be buried behind a 35-minute play in front of them. And Randall and Fournier, quote unquote, are veterans, but Fournier, I believe, just turned 30. He just turned 30 like a couple days ago. Randall's like 27. These guys are still young within themselves. It's not like these guys are like 30 something or like, way in their 30, 32, 33, 34. Not like that. These guys are still at the cusp of 30 or, right, or still basically in their 20s. 27 years old, still a young man at that time, man. It's crazy. So with if you're still talking about play the kids, we have like no older players. Derrick Rose, Randall, and Fournier are three oldest players. And like I said, Randall's 27, Fournier's 30. What are we talking about? Shout out to Young Simba. Young Simba, me and you've been interacting with each other for a long time, man. So I appreciate you coming in and saying what's up. Shout out to Knicks fan Brazil as always, man. My brother. Shout out to everything that you do for the culture and bringing different parts of the world together with Knicks fans. This is what it's all about. This is what we came here for. This is what we came here for. But we talked about the Knicks enough. I got it hyped a little bit. I'll bring it back, to the point here with the Knicks podcast. But let's talk about Detroit, man. This is when you click Detroit Pistons, this is what you see. You see the preseason schedule. You got this stuff on the side here. Let's do a quick glance here. Killian Hayes confidence, whatever. Cade Killian and hints at a starting lineup. Okay, whatever. Pistons show up, practice, jump on the bandwagon now. Okay, whatever. Signs that Jalen Durant is ready to rotation. Listen, that's all fine and dandy, nice little things there. But coming from the outside looking in, that looks like a joke. But best believe Detroit Pistons fans looking at the Knicks page, if they was to Google the New York Knicks, they're looking at us as a joke as well. So keep that in perspective, man. Let's bring it back. Bring it back to fans versus fans. Your team, you think your team is good? My team is better than your team. Well, yeah, let's see what happens. So listen, we play them on day one and on preseason, and we play them day one for the home opener. So let's go. So I mean, this is not a meaningless game. This is just basically let's show let me see what you got type of thing. And then watch that home opener. I'm gonna show you what I really got. So this is basically like a warm-up to the Terror Dome, man. So this is serious stuff here. So a couple things. I'll get into some players in a second, but just this the Twitter stuff. Nothing really special happening on there, and that I really care about. Not a lot of not a lot of press stuff. They the Pistons, even though they made a couple moves recently. Shout out to this move here. The Bajan Bogdanovic. Traded with him with the Utah Jazz, which is a weird trade, which I'll get into once I start looking at the players and stuff, man. But I mean, these guys are very similar to us, man. We cannot disrespect them. They have a lot of young guys on their team as well. Next to us, they're probably the youngest team in the NBA, if not one of them. Knicks are right there too. Knicks are right on their ass as far as having young players and stuff. So we're very close to each other. I think we might be a little bit further along, but then maybe not. So anyway, let's really get into it. Let's look at the next thing. This is the roster. Detroit Pistons roster. Dwayne Casey, good coach. You know, somebody that's engaged, very similar to Tom Thibodeau, very similar to Tom Thibodeau, where he might be a little stubborn at times, hard worker, is going to preach professionalism. So for a team that's growing like this with Detroit, they're definitely going to need a guy like that, just like the Knicks. The Knicks need a professional guy that's going to, show guys how to be professional. Will both these guys be there when they finally make their championship run? Probably not. Dwayne Casey, they might keep him because they happen to like him over there. So by the time this group is ready, for a real playoff pull, they might pull quick Casey, put him in the front office, and stick somebody else at the helm. Same thing with Tom Thibodeau. I don't know if Tom Thibodeau, being as old as he is, because I think Casey and Tom Thibodeau about the same age, 60 something. You know what I'm saying? So like maybe in like another 2-3 years, maybe they might not be that guy. Shout out to a couple. We'll talk about that. Till we're like blue in the face. But let's look at their roster. Scroll down here. I went to the liberties of clicking players that mean something to me, that stick out to me. Let's just bring them out. They got Alec Burks, of course. He was a Knicks player. Of course, when he plays the Knicks, he's gonna want to play well because he want to show us, because he don't got to show Tom Thibodeau. Tom Thibodeau believed in him, and all his teammates believed in him. He's gonna want to play well for us to show us, that he really, can play this game. And Alec Burks, not for nothing, is a good basketball player. If you have Alec Burks in your team, chances are you have a good rotation now. Because having Alec Burks backing up some of these young guys is fantastic for them. Shout out to Kevin Knox. Kevin Knox is also a former Nick. Every time he plays us, I'm quite sure that he wants to show us that we should have never traded him for Cam Reddish. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to him. He looks good. He got a new hairstyle, he got braids and stuff like that. I'm just hoping that he could snap out of it the same way that we hope Cam Reddish could snap out of it. So I mean, maybe this year might be his year, contract year. He might be on the outside looking in the NBA in his year 4 of his contract. Shout out to Rodney McDrugger. Rodney McDrugger is a Nick killer. There's been a few times where he had where basically the Detroit Pistons was ripped down with injuries and stuff, and he was able to take advantage and actually do well against us, man. So shout out to him. Jalen Duran is also a Nick draft pick actually that we ended up trading him, whatever kind of way you want to say, to Detroit. So that's another Nick related player. So right there, 3 Nick related players. Alec Burks, Kevin Knox, Jalen Duran, 3 Nick related players in between a Nick Killer and Rodney McGregor. I call him Nick Killer just because he had a little bit of success. That's kind of a stretch. Marvin Bagley has good games against the Knicks as well. So I mean, he had a couple pretty good games in Sacramento. I think he had one when he was in Detroit as well. So we got 2 guys that are very confident playing against the Knicks, against and plus added to, like 3 former Knicks on their roster. Jaden Ivey, a guy that we all wanted, and I'm quite sure his first trip to the Garden, he's gonna want to show his ass. You know what I'm saying? So that's another one. Hamidou Diallo, he's from freaking Queens. He's from maybe like 5 minutes away from where I am right now in Queens. Hamidou Diallo, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Rego Park and stuff. He's a native over here, so every time he comes to New York, he wants to show up because I'm quite sure he got family here and all kind of stuff. So definitely. Bojan Bogdanovic, he usually has a good. He's a pro, 8 years. He usually has a good game against us. Kemba Walker, another Nick related player. I'm quite sure if he ever gets any playing time on that team, that he's gonna want to show off as well. Corey Joseph usually plays well against us. Nerlens Noel, another former Nick. Look, do you see the trend? Kay Cunningham plays well against us. He's ascending. 6'6" point guard. I don't know if he's really a point guard, but him playing next to Jaden Ivey. Come on, man. That's gonna be incredible with these guys. These guys are young, born in 2001, September 25th. He was born 24 days after September 11th. That's crazy. That's crazy to me, man. Isaiah Stewart. If Isaiah Stewart was on the Knicks, we would love him. He would be a fixture with us, man. He would be a fan favorite. Sadiq Bey is another guy. He scored 50 points in the game last year. So this guy has skills. There's a lot of players on this roster that I really like. As I'm reading it, you can see the enthusiasm that I have for this roster. It's necessary. I don't know if anybody's in the chat, not giving a damn about these Detroit players, but I mean, I'm calling out a lot of good players here, man. So we got to give these guys the respect due to them. Killian Hayes as well. Killian Hayes played shaky. His birthday is really close to mine, July 27th. Mine is first day of Leo, July 23rd. So me and him might have a couple similarities personality wise and stuff like that. But this guy was a high draft pick. People on this Knicks fan base wanted Killian Hayes to be on the Knicks. So let's not forget about that. So there's a lot of respect for these players on this roster. If I can say anything about Killian Hayes, maybe the style of play for the NBA might be a little bit too fast for him, a little bit too physical. But him having a couple years in the NBA now, he has 2 years experience. Maybe now is the time for him to ascend. The same way that IQ, we expect IQ to ascend. There's so many players on the next roster that we hope to ascend to the next level too. So I mean, these guys are very close. So listen, man, we have to give these guys the respect due. Also, too, look at the salaries. Bajan is the highest paid player at 19, but look at everybody else, 12, 10, 10. And this is Alec Burke, known as Noel. Kemba Walker with the 10.99. Look at everybody else. DeAndre Jordan is still getting paid by them. So I mean, just look at the roster. They're in good hands as far as salary and stuff like that. They're just like the Knicks, maybe a little bit better because Nerlens Noel, Kemba, and these guys are going to be off the books soon. But they're in the same space with us where they're going to be fighting for players and stuff. So this is going to be very interesting. This Detroit Pistons is going to be very important for us the next few years, man. So this is something I'm trying to build it up because we really need to be excited about playing the Detroit Pistons, man. We really need to be excited about them. Let's get into the Knicks right now. The Knicks preseason schedule, of course, tomorrow. Wow, man, tomorrow 7 p.m. I cannot believe it. Then we also got what's this? There's only 4 preseason games. You got October 7th against the Pacers again on Wednesday, and then we finish off against the Wizards on the 14th. So the Wizards are going to want blood. They're going to want to beat us. The Pacers also too. They got a lot of young players. Hopefully, I think we're only 4 games in the preseason. I think we're gonna really take these games pretty serious. The first game, we'll probably set our rosters or whatever, and then as these games go on, that fourth preseason game is probably gonna be extremely competitive. Because like that, there's no real time to really get ready. So you really have to just go on that last preseason game. Basically, all four of them. You have to go on all four of these games to get ready. Because after the 14th, you're only talking about 5 days for game one against the Grizzlies. So they really have to take this preseason serious. And playing against Detroit, a great matchup. Precursor to that home opener. The 2 games against the Pacers is always great to play against them. And the Washington Wizards, who I think are going to show up because they want to try to prove a point against us. Everybody always wants to do that, but I know the Wizards are going to want to prove a point against us. So that's going to be excellent. That's going to be an excellent matchup as well. So man, I'm so excited, man. I'm so excited about this. Let me say what's up to the chat because I'm ignoring you guys, man. I'm so excited. I don't know if you guys are excited as me. Are you guys are excited as me about this preseason? Like I don't think I've been this jacked up about a preseason a game in my life, man. I'm gonna have so much fun tomorrow. I'll get into the hijinks and stuff in a second. But yeah, man, Knicks around the world, our community needs to show unite around the world. Yes, man, we need to be like this together. I've been on Knicks fan Brazil's channel, talking Knicks. And actually been on this channel too, for those that don't know. I had him on the pod. We had a great time. I had a great time too. But we really need to bring everybody together. The negativity must stop. I feel like we're on the cusp of something. We're almost there. We're almost there. The Knicks have everything that we need to build a proper franchise is on the roster right now. We are in the beginnings of it. So shout out to all the stuff that happened in the past. Okay, cool. But listen, we done clean the slate. Everything is better. We done clean up the roster. Our salaries are movable. We have talented players on our roster, talented young guys, a lot of draft picks. You know what I'm saying? A capable front office that hasn't really done anything to screw us yet. You know what I'm saying? So the sky is the limit. The sky is the limit. Yeah, man. One more. This is like, I had a fun. I'm into Funko Pops, man. I'm collecting Marvel Funko Pops from our Marvel Diehard Marvel channel. So I mean, I'm keeping those things pristine. So I only take them out on special occasions, man. So tomorrow's a special occasion. We got our Jalen Brunson Funko Pop, and tomorrow's the day when we finally pull it out and we show it to the world and put it on display or something like that, man. You know what I'm saying? This is what it's all about. So I mean, I'm exhausted. That's how tired I am, man. Excited, not tired. Shout out to D School. What's good, man? Yeah, man. I'm looking at Knicks fan Brazil too. Still chatting that good stuff. What else? What's going on here? Shout out to McDuggar as always. Trav Ryan, salute to you, my brother. We got Sherwin. Good afternoon. That's what GA means. I thought it was Georgia, but it's good afternoon. What you saying? Detroit have players that are worth developing. But yeah, that word development, Sherwin, I cannot stand that word. I hate when people use it because they use it so frivolously. If that's the right word, they use it for the wrong reasons. Developing. At this point, the Knicks, there's nobody on the Knicks developing. Nobody on the Knicks is developed. Maybe Trevor Keels, but nobody else on the roster is developing. We got a bunch of veteran young guys on our team. A lot of guys 3, 4 years, 5 years in the NBA, still in their early 20s. Yes, but they're veterans, man. So there's no developing. Right now, it's go time. This is professional basketball. You've been in the NBA for 4, 5 years. It's no longer your developing anymore. Now it's time to go. Everybody's gonna get better. This channel has gotten better since the first time I started this channel. But that's the progression. That's natural progression. So you're going to get better through natural progression. So why even talk about development? Is this channel developing because I don't have the same followers as some of the bigger ones? No, I'm full blown podcasting. Who cares about developing? I'm not developing to get to like 100,000 subscribers. This is a channel. This is a full blown Knicks channel. There's no developing here. We're going. This is go time, fam. Christmas. This is Christmas for Knicks fans. Shout out to 19 Con Man. No way. My birthday is the 22nd, a day before. You're okay, cool, man. So listen, you are a Cancer. You know what I'm saying? So Cancer Leo cusp, and I'm a Leo Cancer cusp, man. So we probably like cousins. Who knows, man? What's your daddy's name? You know what I'm saying? What's your mama name? It might be something that then they need to explain, huh? So anyway, man, what else we got going on here? Yeah, I love Sherman. I think Sherman's probably like one of the like top five commenters on in these Knicks chats, man. A lot of people like to get on him but he's a conversation starter, man. Also, didn't want Jaden Ivey because he's not a point guard. Yeah, I agree. He's not a point guard. He's a shooting guard. The Knicks would have, yeah, the Knicks would have, they would have blew that. He would have been Alec Burke. We would have ruined his career, and we probably would have ended up trading him and stuff like that. So things happen for a reason. I'm glad Detroit got him because Detroit has a spot for him. Kate Cunningham wants to be the point guard. Okay, fine. Let Jaden Ivey, be the two guard next to him, and let them go crazy. We got our guys too, man. So they're gonna have to play D, and they're gonna have to figure us out as well. Sadiq Bey, yeah, he's well. I mean, there's quite a few players on the Detroit Pistons team that I can go that I would actually want on the roster. But absolutely, Sadiq Bey, I love Sadiq Bey. But let me ask you this question, School. Is Sadiq Bey better than RJ? Is he better than RJ? Is Sadiq Bey better than RJ? That's the question of the day. I don't know if anybody wants to answer that truthfully. Because both teams sucked last year. Both teams were losing teams. Sadiq Bey is a growing player, so is RJ. So I mean, I feel like Sadiq Bey is going to be that guy the same way that RJ is going to be that guy. Just different teams, different pathways. Respect to Sadiq Bey. Much respect to him. I'm not going to say that he's trash. But don't say that he's trash just to big up RJ. You know what I'm saying? I believe in RJ as well. RJ's on our team, so I care more about RJ at the moment than Sadiq Bey. But let's not piss on one guy to push another guy up. Give other guy the same respect that he deserves. Yeah, man. Salute to Hard Will here. Yeah, man. We got to put last season. We got to put the whole thing behind us, man. What's good? Still Knicks. It's my man Ron. Yeah, man. Salute to everybody. Salute to everybody. Yeah, man. He means get the likes up. Yeah, man. Get the likes up and all that stuff. I appreciate it. Absolutely, everybody that pops in here. Uh, yeah, man. Sherman going crazy in the chat talking to Paris. What else we got going on here? Everybody just saying hello to each other. All right, so let's get back into what I'm trying to say here. Starting tomorrow, I'm gonna be doing watch-alongs. So I'm gonna be doing full watch-alongs. Now, that's not a surprise for people that have been following this pod the last 2 years or so. I used to do well, I will still do it, but I was primarily doing halftime to crunch time because just on my crazy life, work schedule and stuff like that, just not able to get settled by 7:30, 7 o'clock, 7:30 to do a full watch along, right? So I've been doing halftime to crunch time, and it was very comfortable for me to do that. A lot of people used to pop in to check me out. Averaging about 300, maybe sometimes 1,000 people will pop in. They're usually about 300 or so, 250, 300. Depends on the game. Sometimes more than less, but usually, some like right here, 420 something, 700 here. So I mean, it depends on the game, I guess, or depends on the availability and stuff like that. So I'm actually gonna do a full watch along, man, because I love the game so much, and I don't want to miss anything this year. And I'm gonna do my best to get here to do a whole watch along with you guys. So that's gonna be exciting for me. But if I can't do the watch alongs, then I will always revert back to halftime and crunch time. So I'll keep in contact with you guys in the community tab. So with the community tab, if I have to go halftime to crunch time, I'll let you guys know. And then once I come on the pod, I'll be able to explain a little bit more whether I'm gonna go back to strictly halftime to crunch time, or it depends. But I will play it by ear because that's how this podcast goes. We just play it by ear and stuff like that, man. But I really enjoy doing watch-alongs, man. Watch-alongs and stuff like that, because for those that come on the pod, we don't always talk about Knicks here. We talk about a whole bunch of different things: hip hop. We talk about women. We talk about relationships. We talk about politics. We talk about a whole bunch of stuff, including the Knicks game. And it's to me it's fun, and I get a lot of interaction in the chat and stuff like that. So prepare for that. So whenever you tune in to the Diehard Knicks watch along, you're definitely going to see a lot of stuff going on here. We might not be talking about the game. The game will be going on. We'll be watching the game together. You know what I'm saying? But we'll be talking about whatever. And at times too, I will be doing straight play-by-plays too. So I'm trying to get someone that's going to pop in here more often to actually be a color guy for me. So if you're interested in that, anybody in the chat or anybody that's want to watch this, whatever, hit me up in the email, hit me up in DMs and stuff like that. If you're interested to do color commentary with me while I do play-by-play and stuff like that, I would really appreciate the help. To bring something a little bit different out here to Knicks Nation, man. If you don't be tired of hearing Breen and Clyde, or say if Clyde got the day off or Breen got the day off, and you just don't want to hear him, you could pop in to see what Eru and the guests is happening. What's going on here with the watch along and stuff, man. So I think that'll be a lot of fun. So please tune in for that. Going forward in the season. Let's see what else I got here. So this is actually the link to the link for the game tomorrow. Preseason play-by-play. Like I said, starts at 7. I'll be there at 7 o'clock on the dot. I won't be there a little. I won't be there any earlier because it depends on what's going on. It's probably gonna be long and drawn out. So if you guys are watching the game live, on TV, for the intros and all this other stuff, that's great. I probably will sneak peek and show that on the pod as well. But I definitely will be doing play by plays, and just having a great time. The way that I do it. I can give it up crazy by myself. You know what I'm saying? Two for 2.5 hours. 3 hours, possibly going on close to 4. We'll see. But it should be fun. I'll have my refreshments and stuff like that, and my food and everything. I'll take my timeouts and birth and excuse me, bathroom breaks and that type of thing. We'll have some fun with it, man. So definitely tune in for that. Like I said, please stay tuned to that community tab. I'll be posting stuff there more frequently to keep you guys updated on what I'm trying to do here. Also too, I have a fantasy league. So if anybody's into fantasy, I actually have 3 spots available left. So I'm trying to keep this league for YouTube subscribers or people that just watch the channel but don't subscribe, which I'm watching you guys, you know what I'm saying? For the people that subscribe to compare to people that view, it's like only like a fraction. So it would be nice if some of you guys that come back to watch the pod, if you would subscribe, that would help the channel out so much, man. Because I see the numbers, I see all the numbers in the analytics and stuff, and it points out a lot of stuff, man. So please, if you haven't subscribed, why not consider subscribing? It's not gonna hurt you. It's not gonna hurt your channel. If anything, without having to worry about like, oh, if I'm gonna give a super chat or anything like that, you don't got to do that. You don't have to do super chats. Shout out to Paris Duggar. I don't know if he got anything in the piggy bank today, but you don't have to give that way. You can give by simply thumbs up and subscribing. That's it. That's the best thing that you guys can do to help out this pod. So anyway, I do have 3 spots available. So if anybody that's watching now would like to get in on this game here, I'm looking at a few people. I see Sherman here. I don't think Sherman was in this one. We got Hard Willis here, Geraldine. Still Knicks is in this league, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I think yeah, he's definitely in there. There he goes. Ron from Still Knicks, he's definitely there. Uh, yeah, a couple other guys here. I'm gonna call you guys out. If you guys would like to join this league, let me know, and I'll contact you guys and I'll send you the link. Shout out to Eric Shuriel. I'm not really good at pronouncing names, man. But once again, before we get up out of here, Trav Ryan, if you're down with this league, let me know. I'll send you a link, and we can make it happen. Also, Knicks fan Brazil. Hey man, Young Simba. I don't know if Young Simba's in this league. Are you in this league, Young Simba? It's quite a few friends of the pod on here, man. So listen, 3 more spots left. If you're down, if you're into it, let me know, and then I'll send you the link. Tell me the best way to contact you guys, and I'll send you the link definitely, man. But there's only 3 spots left, and those spots are gonna close really, really quickly. Just for this fantasy league, the reason why I'm talking about it so much, Monday, October 17th at 8:15, it'll be a live draft. That live draft will be broadcasted live right here on the channel, and you'll get to see us actually pick our teams. It's gonna be 20 teams. You know what I'm saying? So not everybody's gonna be there at the live draft. Some people might call in. We'll make it a big event. We've been doing it the last 2 years. This year, I would like to try to do a little bit bigger, a little bit more organized and stuff. For you guys to have a more of an interactive thing with the league. And I'll be doing weekly updates for matchups and stuff like that for this league as well. So you guys will see what's going on because I would like this league to be. I would like to make it a strong league because I had to cut the year before. I think I had to cut like 10 guys off the league because 10 guys weren't paying attention. Then this time I cut out 7 guys because 7 guys weren't paying attention. So some of the guys that I added to it, I think that are really gonna make this league good. And if I can get 3 more good managers, maybe next year we could do a keepers league. For those that are into fantasy and stuff like that. So these are some of the teams here. We got myself. We got Andy is here. We got I am Jarrell with the Diehard Giants. Uh, Green Beans. I'm not sure exactly who that is. Let me see. Green Beans. That's Tony. I don't know who that is. This is a friend of mine here, Umberto. Cooking folks. I've known him for years. A big time Knicks fan. He always is in the top 5 in the league all the time. This is Eddie Z, the freaking the Knicks zombie is there. Udoka's back door. I'm not sure who that is. They got guard up Knicks Apollo. We got guard up Knicks Dre. Julito McCullum is here. We got Knicks community. Shout out to Knicks community, man. We gotta get up with each other. Proper Middleman has been doing fantasy with me for a while. We got Ralph. Ralph is here. Raphael. We got Donnie Blaze. That's Mr. Kareem for those that know Kareem Grant in the chat. We got Williams Rad Team. I believe this is William. I believe is somebody from Brazil. If Knicks fan Brazil still watching. You got Baba as well as here. He's a fan of the pod. Supporter of the pod, and of course still Knicks here at the bottom. So once again, if you're into this, man, into fantasy, let's get into it, man. This year I would like to give a prize to some guys too. We'll see how that goes. But I plan on winning this one. What I'm saying? I haven't been able to win my own league. I won the Nothing But Knicks league 2 years in a row. So if they want me to start their league, the guys gotta let me know. I'll start it back up and we'll see what's up. If anybody wants to be, a part of this league, let's do it, man. Yeah, man. The draft, like I said, is October 14th. October 14th, that's the Monday before the season starts. That's Monday, 8:15 p.m. I know we all do podcasts. Shout out to Steph because Steph asked me to invite her, and then I invited her, and she said, "No, I can't do it. I got Queen's Court." Hey, but everybody got podcasts to do, so I get it. But you also could do like a mock draft, not mock draft, but you could set up your the list a certain way where you could pull certain guys you definitely don't want on your team, or just actually just pick your team, pick players that you definitely want on your team, and then if they get picked off quick, then the computer would take over. But make sure to take up players that you absolutely don't want on your team. That way that you'll have a roster that you approve of. Since you don't necessarily have to be there at the live draft, but being at the live draft is fun, and is definitely important to be there. So definitely, still Nick says Monday 17th. Yep, 8:15. Absolutely. So that's what it is, man. I hope to have a good showing out for this league here. I'm very excited about it. Like I said, I will be doing a once a week podcast, talking about the league, the heads up, and talking shit. Hopefully, I can get some of these guys on here to do those matchups and stuff, and really talk about fantasy and everything, and just talk Knicks as always, man. But this is a very exciting time, man. I freaking love this time of year. The off season is my favorite time, man. But I mean, the beginning of the season is always super exciting, man. So I'm excited to share another season with you guys. I believe I've been going since 2018, right, for with the audio podcast. But since about 2000, I was what is it 2020? Uh, you know, that's when I started. I believe that was when we drafted RJ. When we drafted RJ, was I doing YouTube yet? I'm not even sure. Can't really remember, but I think so. I forgot when exactly I started the YouTube, but it's definitely 2 years because I was doing the audio for a while. But anyway, this is my time of year. I love it, man. This is like Christmas, and then once the season starts, we can get it rolling. And then after that, wherever the season goes is gonna go. Christmas time, I got a feeling there's gonna be a lot of drama out there. Hopefully, we're winning and people are fighting for their players to stay on the roster. Hopefully, that's what it is. Hopefully, we're not losing and we're fighting to fire Tom Thibodeau or Leon Rose. I hope that's not the case. So anyway, man, thank you guys for paying attention to me today. So this is really like a booster show. This is a booster show. I'm not gonna do any breakdowns of players or hey, look at this matchup against this matchup. I'm not doing that. We've been doing that all summer. You know what I'm saying? We've been doing that all summer with that. So I'm not gonna break down a Knicks player again. You know what I'm saying? Not until after the season starts and we start doing then we start doing some breakdowns and stuff like that. But like I said, I can't do full team breakdowns and versus this. I can't do it because we've been doing it all summer. You know what I'm saying? So right now it's time to just get yourselves prepared, wash your clothes, get your socks together. I know you got the Knicks socks. I know you got your Knicks sneakers. Maybe you need to clean them up, brush them up, and get them ready for the preseason opener. Get ready for some of these cheap preseason games the guys are going to get tickets for. And then the home opener, if anybody that's going to the season opener in Memphis, that'll be awesome. But the home opener, get your stuff together, man. Put your clothes under like we used to do back in the day. Stick them underneath the mattress. You know what I'm saying? So the creases could be nice and crisp and stuff like that. Take your stuff to the cleaners. That way they'll be definitely ready in time for when the season starts. Man, get prepared. Now is the time. Listen, I didn't set. Excuse me. I got all this gas. What the hell? So anyway, I didn't set it up. But listen, man, please support this way as well. Um, Support with the merch site, man. It's basically diehard Knicks.com. Okay. Go to diehardknicks.com and this is what you'll see. This is what pops up. The merch website. This is a new design here. Basically, diehard basketball with my the half of my logo up there. I actually kind of like the way that looks. So if anybody wants to support the podcast, there's plenty of merch here that you can check out. I also have a diehard Marvel channel. Got some diehard Marvel gear there as well. We got a together logo there with my logo and together. That's dope. We got another one that says, "I am sorry for what I said before the season started." You know what I'm saying? You might want to get that shirt early just in case you say something crazy and then something comes becomes of that. This is another mock-up of my logo minus the Diehard Knicks. So this is just the top part of the logo. A lot of people seem to like that, man. So if you like it, get that. Trust Leon and chill. Trust Leon plus chill. You know what I'm saying? There's a few other t-shirts there as well, and hoodies and all other kind of stuff, stickers and things of that nature. So if you want to support the pod that way, please just go to diehardnicks.com, diehardnicks.com. Very simple. And like I said, you'll see my pretty eyes there. My pretty sleepy eyes. That I definitely need some sleep. And you can check out the different things that I have here on the site there. Yeah, man. Please support. Please support the channel. Support the fan base. Support each other. Don't let people talk shit about the Knicks if they ain't down, if they ain't about it. If they're not out here in the streets with you out here with these Knicks, don't let them talk shit about them. If you have a podcast, let the motherfuckers know. Listen, man, I'm the biggest Knicks fan you've seen. I got my own podcast, this and the other. Listen, man, I'm the biggest Knicks fan you see. I'm in them chats every day. You know what I'm saying? I'm the king of Twitter, whatever you want to say. You know what I'm saying? I'm down with Knicks Twitter or whatever thing that you want to gravitate to, whatever Facebook group that you enjoy being a part of, whatever that is, man. Let people know. Let people know it's time to go. Knicks hats, whatever. Get your own Knicks hats. The best place to buy Knicks gear for me is actually at the Garden. So if you're in New York, go check out the Garden. They got a lot of exclusive hats there, man. Check it out. So I mean, this is one of my favorite hats, the gray on the blue. So and plus it has the gray in the bottom. So this is like one of my favorite hats here. So I actually wear it all the time. If I'm not potting, if I'm not wearing my own stuff, this is what I usually wear here. You know what I'm saying? So get your find your own hats and whatever, stock up. You don't gotta go crazy. Just find deals, find stuff like that, and then just do what you do. Do what you know. Prepare. Right now is the time, man. Right, I'm so excited. So I hope you guys are just excited as I am. And let's get busy, man. Geraldine, yeah, man. Uh, do a fantasy league. So now I'm about to learn how. So listen, Geraldine, if you want to get on this fantasy league, just hit me up. Email me. Like I have an email here, so I guess I'll post the email. I have this email here. You guys can email me here if you would like to be a part of this thing here. I only have 3 spots, remember. So if you want to be in this fantasy league, just hit me up in the email saying that you want to be part of the Die Hard Fantasy League, and I'll send you a link. I'm not gonna discriminate. So it's basically first come first serve. There's only 3 spots left. So also stay tuned because there's always somebody that's, oh man, my team sucks. Get me out this league. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe they have something, or either have something to do, and then they cancel. Thinking now I have a team available. So stay open to that. Because if when it comes down to it, I might need some people to fill in spots. So anyway, on the way out of here, man. So you'll thank guys for tuning in. I got some things to do before I got to get my kids here, man. So please enjoy the day. It's extremely disgusting on the East Coast right now, from Pennsylvania all the way to New York City, all the way into Connecticut and Boston. The weather is really bad, man. So please stay safe. A lot of broken tree branches and that type of thing. So this hurricane season, man. So we're getting a lot of weird weather all over the place. Please be careful out there, walking around, driving around, and be safe, whatever, man. Yo, and let's prepare. It's Christmas time. I'm telling you, get your Knicks. I'm about to sleep naked in this thing tonight, man. You know what I'm saying? This Knicks jersey. This is our time, and don't let people mess it up for you, man. Let's get prepared for these Knicks, and let's have some fun with it, man. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 7 p.m. You might see me before, but definitely 7 p.m. You'll see me doing a full watch along of the game tomorrow, the first preseason game for the Knicks against Detroit. So anyway, I see you guys next time. And without further ado, let's do the new intro. Excuse me, the new outro. Oh, before I go, hey. All right, y'all. Let's maybe find it first. All right, here it goes. See you guys later. Peace. Wait, 4 fingers to the forehead, tuck in the thumb. Salute, 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 salute. All right, bye.